Alrighty, guys, we've got a bumper episode today. We're going to teach you how you can make an extra $100,000 in revenue from people's birthdays. So, Brad, mate, welcome. How's the last week been for you, my friend?
It's been good, Jimmy. Obviously, we're in lockdown here in Perth for the last couple of days, but it's been a successful week. Still a couple of sales in the book, which is nice, and the members are happy. That's the main thing.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. We're in lockdown. I got a penthouse apartment. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's overlooking the water because I was just I was at my girlfriend's mum's house for a little bit and I was getting a little bit over it. Okay. All right. So
lift your camera up, bro. Oh, there we go. You're good. I got you.
Let's talk about making 100K from people's birthdays, guys. So how this all started for me was I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to run Facebook ads, all that kind of stuff. All I really had was like my phone and essentially my network. Okay. So that's where I kind of fell in love with it. Brad, what have you kind of done in the past for people's birthdays and things like that? Like, why do you think it works well?
Yeah, so we've sent out obviously messages and stuff, and just the way that people respond or reply to those messages. And I know how I feel when I get a birthday message off someone that I haven't seen for a while, or I may have known fairly closely a few years ago. It just makes me feel good. So that's obviously something we looked at tapping into for us.
Man, I think it sucks as you get older, your birthday gets more shit. Like, I remember when I was like 11, I used to rock, man. I'd get heaps of presents, gifts. Like, I used to have birthday parties at Macca's and shit. Probably I was so fat when I was a kid. It was epic. And now as I get older, it gets more and more disappointing. It's gnarly.
Well, that's it. Okay. And my love language is gifts, right? So I love getting stuff. And then now I get like one off my mum, one off my wife, and that's it.
I know. I say my love language isn't gifts, but I love gifts. I'm all about that gift life and shit. I was like, when my birthday and shit, I'm always just like, my wife, I'm like, it's only Christmas and stuff. Make sure you look after me, baby. Okay. All right. So, guys, we've got a bumper episode. We're broken it down into 3 phases for you guys. So, your current network, like people who have never been a member with you, your current members, and then also your ex-members. Okay. So, you know what to give, and we're going to have a couple of different examples. So, Brad, is it okay if I lead it off?
Go for it, brother. Go for it.
Okay. So our big one we did for people on our Facebook when they were non-members is I'd go through my Facebook list. It's just in events and essentially would say happy birthday on their wall. And then we had a special message we sent them. That message is all in the inner circle because I had to test a couple of different styles. But essentially would be giving them a free 28-day trial to the gym. Now, what happens, they would come in, they run through the normal processes of people signing up. So they'll do like a consultation, their body scans and things like that. And then essentially their debit would be auto rolling into whatever package was suitable after the 28 days, and they could opt out at any time. Now that worked like incredibly well for us, guys. Like we used to get on average about 10 people a week, just 10 people a month just from my account. And then we had my other business partners doing it, and then also our staff doing it as well because we paid them for referrals. And I reckon that single-handedly alone across the 3 clubs easily generated us an extra $100,000 in revenue. It was absolutely crazy. And the main thing for that to work, guys, is you've got to have a good service. Like I was super confident that if we put people in for a 28-day trial, that my team was so well trained and we had such good systems that they would want to stay on. You've really got to back yourself. And if you back yourself, guys, and you know you've got a good program, you're like, cool, you can have, 28 days free. And the way I would judge it, guys, because, especially in a program, like we're here to make money in a business, right? Is it wasn't costing me anything to acquire this lead, right? It wasn't costing me any Facebook ad spend and things like that. There were times we tested it on Facebook ads, which we won't go into today. But it works really well and you'll make an absolute ton of money. Now, Brad, you're doing something at the moment that's a little bit different for online. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so we've just launching our 14-day free program online. So obviously we've got networks, all over Australia through Facebook and Instagram and stuff. So looking at how can we get people into this 14-day challenge to really blow up our online business and help more people, because our club's at capacity. So we're sort of stuck in the face-to-face realm. We're sort of closed off. But
poor Brad.
Online
capacity. I feel so bad for you, bro. Sorry, man.
But online's where we want to get. So now we're going to be offering them 14 days into our program for online. With the process, obviously upselling them and them staying on.
Yeah. Awesome. And in that, does it work? Is it like videos every couple of days or portal?
So training, nutrition, accountability, all done through, we use PT Distinction for our training and nutrition. So essentially drip fed to them, daily text messages, all that sort of stuff to help keep them motivated. And really, over deliver on those 14 days. As we do for all of our clients in their first, month, to keep them motivated while they're going, and it's going to be successful. We're just launching it at the moment because we can see the value. We know the value is there, but we've been stuck for so long with being able to do it in our club. So this is going to be our lead magnet for us. That'll bring us in heaps.
Mate, we'll follow up in a couple of weeks, in a month. Okay, so guys, that's what you can do with your Facebook, right? You can literally make 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 off this. Very, very basic to do, really easy to implement. You're selling through service. Now, guys, let's talk about the current members. So the members that are currently paying you, how you can make it really special for them. Now, Brad, I might let you lead off on this because your points I reckon they're a little bit better than mine. I'm a little bit rattled on what we did. So tell us about what you do for current members, because it's really cool and it's actually fun.
Yeah, so we do a couple of things for current members. The first thing we do is a birthday card. So a handwritten birthday card delivered to their house. It gets sent. We've got it planned out. We use send out cards to do most of our cards for us. And our VA team looks after that with us. So they get a birthday card delivered to their house and they absolutely love it. And then we also send them, obviously, a post inside of our members forum. So they get a post on their birthday. The coaches look after that. They put up a funny meme that goes with it. So depending on the client, it will depend on how crude or rude the meme may be and how they know them. And then we also have like a chocolate wheel inside the club as well. So the member gets to spin that wheel. It has an exercise on it. And there's a couple of golden stars where the coaches have to do the exercise instead of them. And the whole class does that at the end of the session. So it's a good bit of fun, good bit of banter we have to finish the sessions off.
Yeah, I remember I trained at a place called Unit 27 in Thailand. And when it was your birthday there, however old you were turning, you had to do like these 40-meter laps with the prowler. So up and back was one lap. So I was there when I turned like 28 and I'm like, there's no way I'm telling these fuckers it's my birthday. Like 28 prowler laps. It's just like people would like pass out and shit. Mate, I love that. It's really, really cool. So card, post, and group chocolate. Now, guys, what we did is a little bit different. We had an automated text and email that went out to them. We would do a weekly post and email that would say like, happy birthday for all the members just over the week. But we didn't actually send out the custom cards every week. We actually did it every month, just at the start of the month, saying it's your birthday month coming up. And the gift that we gave them was we gave them a free PT session, and our goal was to get them to bring a friend in for the session. That's why we gave the PT. So with their partner, their best friend and things like that. So hopefully got a referral or someone new into the network. And then we rotated, like for a couple of months, we gave them socks. And then we gave them singlets, just depending what stock we had on order, to be completely honest. And they also got some discounts for some extra services and things like that. Like we had a big JV with a physio. They got like a discount there and a discount for MyZone if they didn't have one, a discount for InBody and things like that. Just to get like a couple of upsells here and there. Worked really, really well. That's kind of what we did. So that worked quite well for us. It's just about making the members feel loved, cared, and appreciated. The most important thing, guys, because, even Brad, like even if they don't bring a friend in for our PT that we did, is if you show you love and care for someone with like a card, a post, and you make their birthday fun, they're going to refer people, right? And they're going to get indoctrinated into your community. So with members, it's not about making a shit ton of money off them. It's about treating them like they're our family, right? Do you kind of have the same mentality on that one, Brad?
100%. And it's easier to look after someone that you've already got than it is to go and find a new client and bring them into the business. So you need to look after the clients that you've got first of all.
Yeah, 100%. And then let's talk about X members now. So for X members, that's people who have paid you. They're in your CRM, so you've obviously got their birthday. Brad, what do you do with the X members?
Yeah, so our ex-members already get the war plan. So if you're inside, obviously our inner circle, the war plan, you understand, obviously they're getting out monthly offers, essentially. So they're already getting them. So we're already somewhat front of mind. And then they're getting their birthday card, handwritten birthday card delivered to them as well. And we literally do that forever. Like they're never going to stop getting that card. I will be the last card they get will always be from us.
Yep. Yeah.
So we're big on that.
So cards, Facebook message?
And a Facebook message.
Yeah.
Correct. And a Facebook message on their profile and text message and messenger chat message.
Yeah. Yeah. And we would have ours mostly automated, guys. Like our managers in their checklist would have in their daily checklist to say happy birthday with everyone via text. And, you know, our better members definitely phone call, video call and stuff. But for our X members, we gave them a free trial. Again, we use that 28 days free. To be honest, the conversions weren't as high as someone new coming into the affiliate because they've already done it with us. But we still definitely made money on it, but it wasn't incredibly high because they had cancelled and you're giving them a free trial. It was usually about that 25% mark. And then they had that was all automated via text and email. So we use Mindbody as a system. So it just kind of all happened without us, but definitely, you know, every year would sign up one new member a week from it. So it really works, but our conversions they weren't like 60, 70%. They were a bit lower, and usually people are like, yeah, I'll just come back and like say hello. And like they had a membership at other gyms and stuff. We still gave it a red hot crack to sign them up, but I just got to be honest with you guys. It wasn't, you know, anything amazing with the conversion rate, but we still made a ton of money off one text, one email, you know? Okay. Guys, so what you need to do from here, okay? So firstly, you need to be committed to building these systems out, right? So you might have to have a re-listen to this episode, but you want to break it down of what can you do with your Facebook friends. If you're an action taker, there's going to be friends in your Facebook right now. Go say happy birthday on their wall. Go give them like a free trial, right? It's going to cost you nothing to acquire this trial. We can talk about the dynamics of why paid offers work really well, especially with Facebook ads on another episode, because Brad's got a better system than I had with the price of his programs for trials. Then what you want to do with current members, how you want to make them feel, and like how can you make them feel really special. And then on your X members as well, what can you automate? What can you give them to get them back in and be at the forefront of their mind within that one. And Brad, just while we're on the call, if you don't mind, you said a really interesting point about send out cards, which is a really neat system I actually learned off you. Do you want to explain just, 60 seconds about send out cards and why you love it and why it saves you so much time?
Yeah, definitely. And send out cards, literally, it saves, again, like for me, the biggest thing is obviously systems and where can I save time for my staff and myself throughout the week. So we upload all of our details into send out cards. And then we have our VA team go through every week and send out all the birthday cards. Obviously, we've got the data from our CRM in there. So it allows us to make sure we're not missing anything. But the biggest thing with all of this, and doing it for a week isn't going to help you. Like sending out messages for a week is a waste of that week because it's not going to get you much. You need to put it into a system and put it into your weekly plan that whatever you're going to do, you can do consistently. So it might be setting up send out cards, and that's all you can commit to at the moment because at least everyone's getting a card, which is great. Or it's going to be text messaging or Facebook messaging people on your Facebook list. That's going to be great. So pick what you can commit to and then build upon it. Don't try and get all of these levels and start trying to beat them all straight away. If it was me, I would 100% start with just doing Facebook, because you literally get reminded, it's easy to find, and 90% of you will have all of your members on Facebook anyway. So you're not going to miss them. That's where I would start if it was me. Yeah.
Yeah, and guys, if you're ever interested in send out cards, Brad actually taught it to me when I started the Inner Circle. He's like, man, you should be doing this. And then Brad has a friend named Tanya. She's like so lovely. She set it up for us. And I reckon, mate, honestly, 3 times a week, I get sent messages and screenshots of people saying, thank you so much. Like, because we send welcome cards in the Inner Circle. people being like, that's such a nice touch point. Like, thank you so much, which we have our VA team do, and they write it all customized off their goals. So I think it's really, really cool to do. I don't know too much about it, guys, because Brad just set it up for me essentially, and then the VAs run it. But the good thing about this birthday stuff, and also with things like send out cards, is when I had a VA in my business towards the end, I actually didn't send any of the birthday messages. I didn't post on the wall. I didn't even know it was their people's birthday. So it was on my Facebook, right? Is you can outsource all this stuff to like VAs and things like that. And I don't mean that in a heartless way. It's just I didn't have time to post on my own socials and message people. I had better shit to do than that.
It's funny, right? Because members will come in and like, oh, thanks heaps for my card. And I'm like blank faced because I just forget that it happens now because it's just so automated that I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. So it's good.
And that's the thing with a business. Like once you have a big, really well-run business, you can't know everything that happens. When you outsource something like the birthday emails and the texts, because you're focusing on other things, like Brad, you're focusing on sales, gyms at capacity, is you won't actually know everyone's who birthday is. And it's just a part of business on where you're at. As long as they get loved and they get cared for on their birthday and treated like family, then it doesn't really matter, right?
That's it, 100%.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Brad, fucking loved it, man. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you guys next week. We've got new graphics for the pod. Got big news for the podcast coming up, don't we?
We do.
Brad's stolen my podcast, so now we're doing it together. It's going to be called Gym Growth, and it's just Brad and I. We're gonna rock it, which is really cool. We got some new graphics. I just told Brad. Do you want to tell him what I said about my arms? Just make sure they're jacked up.
Yeah, Jimmy wants his arms bigger than mine. So that's the request. But then he asked me to go and organise it, so it hasn't happened yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, so we're getting these like cool cartoon graphics. It'll actually be interesting because the reason why we're going down the cartoon graphics route is because Brad uses them in his gym, and it might be a really good resource from the guys to pass you on and connect you for some cool different social media posts. So we're going to test it out for you guys. But you'll see a new graphic soon, new podcast name. You'll see my arms bigger than Brad, which it definitely isn't true. And laugh, and we'll go from there. So cool, mate. Thank you so much. As always, have a really good weekend. Guys, this month, if you screenshot any of our podcasts or any of mine or Brad's live videos and tag us in Instagram, Jimmy_Pomponio. Brad, what's your best Instagram account, my friend?
Brad Bedford 87. Bedford 87.
Brad_Bedford 87 is our VA teams will pick it up when you tag us, and you're going to actually enter the draw to win 1 year of coaching in the inner circle. So you get to hang out with Brad and I every week, even more so than the podcast. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing it. For both everyone who tagged me last month, and this month you can either tag myself or Brad or both of us. As long as someone gets tagged, we'll track it for you guys. Thank you so much. Everyone have a really good weekend.